Hey, how's it going, guys? It's me, Sibu Fagute, once again. Thank you so much for joining us on day 6, can you believe it, of the 365-day challenge. I want to extend a sincere thank you to everybody that's actually signed up and joined on this journey. Reason being, actually, I noticed, I'm so proud to tell you guys that we've actually grown in subscriptions and in fellow journeyers on this journey every day since we started this journey. So I really appreciate the support, and I want to keep on encouraging that, yep, clearly we're doing something right. Our movement is gaining traction slowly but surely. So keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on sending the message, spreading the message, inviting people to join, and living, and most importantly, just living the commitment and sticking to it, and just keep on committing to it, guys, and let's keep on going. All right, no days off. Let's keep on doing this. So today, guys, I want to have a chat to you about building your personal playbook, right? So like I said, we're 5 days into the challenge, and I don't know, I'm a little bit concerned about it perhaps being a bit of an information overload. You know, we do cover quite a bit of content, so I think it would be of value to find a way to actually synthesize this material through a tool that can, basically just do exactly that, synthesize it, but in a way that can be compelling and just compel action, and at the same time as well serve as a credibility enhancing mechanism, all right, for us. So that's why I came up with the term, the personal playbook, right? So obviously it's an inference from American football, in that, you know, so a playbook just being your own sort of collection, written account, you know, written account or written collection of your game plan, all right? And our game plan, of course, in this challenge is the lessons and the action items that we take away from each day of the challenge, right? So yeah, essentially the playbook, that would be the structure of it, our personal playbook. So it's the what lesson or what action item emanated from a particular video from you. You write that down, and then the next column would be, why is this important to you, or why does this stand out to you? What is the meaning of it for you? And then the last column would be then, what is this in service of, you know, or what or who is it really in service of? All right, so I'm gonna actually take you through, before the end of this video, an example of my own one that I've done for myself since we started on the challenge. But before we get there though, I just wanna briefly explain, right, why it's important to actually to go from your thoughts to having your sort of your action items from your thoughts into actually having it written down on paper. All right, so when we write things down, you know, it's easier to actually visualize them, and then once we visualize things, once you're able to visualize something, it's easier to act on it. Okay, so if I can give an example, but this is only the first step. Yeah, so research recently came out of UCLA that states that there are basically 2 steps to it, right? So you can visualize something, you can take something and actually visualize it, but then the next step, and this is the step that most people don't actually take progress to, the next step is to actually put yourself in that place where you've achieved what you're visualizing, and then feel what you would feel in that moment. So literally conjure those feelings and feel in that moment right now what you'd feel in the moment where you would have achieved what you're visualizing. So this is actually the 2-step process of, you know, visualizing and bringing it to life and making it compelling for yourself, right? And making it real and tangible for yourself. All right, so that's the importance of really just putting it down on paper, and that's why we're gonna commit, guys, to actually having this personal playbook and completing it and updating it every day, just as a means to, just like I said, in a synthesized and organized way, just have a written account of what it is that we're committing to and what we're learning. All right, without further ado, let me give you a glimpse into my own one that I've actually prepared. So yeah, so I'll break it down, as you can see, into the days. All right, so day 1, for example, on mine would be the what lesson or what action item emanated from that, out of that for me, would be to do what you say you're gonna do. All right, and why is that important to me? for me, it's about building credibility with myself. All right, so that's why I did that. That's why that is dear to me specifically, right? It's about building credibility with myself, and then the who, or what is it in service of, and that's just to make my wife proud of me. All right. Ultimately, that's it's. Remember we spoke of about end goals, guys. For me, that's ultimately what it's about. The end goal of that I attribute to that takeaway from day one of just do what you say you're gonna do, is just to make my family and my wife proud of me. All right. So if I can give you an exact example, let's just fast forward all the way down to perhaps day 5. Right, yesterday. So the takeaway there for me was really just apply the 5-second rule as much as possible. All right, throughout the day. Just apply it as much as possible throughout the day. So every time I find myself about to hesitate, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and take action. All right. So just apply it as much as possible throughout the day in multiple scenarios where I do find myself hesitating from just taking that extra step, or just taking or doing what I need to do. All right. Why is this important to me? It just speaks to momentum, right? And just speaks to continuing the momentum. You know, I've started a journey. I'm on it together with you guys. It's really important that I think we just maintain that momentum, and that's really even throughout the day, not day by day, but throughout within each day. All right, so that's why that's important to me, really, just to keep on practicing and keep on applying the 5-second rule. And what or who is this in service of, really? I think it's just daily fulfillment for me. I want to live in that place of fulfillment, and that place of consistent joy, right? And just live in that place of constantly proving to myself that I'm pushing through hesitation, that I'm conquering through the fear and the doubts daily, right? So for me, that's really what it's in service of, just consistent fulfillment and just staying in a great place, staying grateful, staying motivated, staying appreciative, and staying driven, guys. So thank you so much for joining today, guys. That's essentially the Personal Playbook. I encourage you to start yours today if you haven't already, in one form or another. Before we go, don't forget to click on that subscribe button. And I also just want to add one more challenge to you guys, right? For all of you that are subscribing, I challenge you to invite at least one other person onto the journey as well after watching the videos, and let's just spread this movement, guys. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow.